Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games and a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2017, and this is just about it. This is the penultimate episode. It's week 28 of competition, and next week, Pro Cycling Manager 2018 is going to be coming out. So 2017 edition will be retired. I've got a double episode this week to finish the game off. So because of that, I've accelerated the timeline so that we can at least get through the rest of season number 2. And the plan for the 2018 edition is to quickly get through the first 2 seasons so that we can get kind of back on track with the career trajectory and be roughly in the same place, as I will be doing Pro Cyclist mode again, and I will be doing a stage racing specialist. So, quick look back at where we left off last week, the Cebu Cycling Tour, and then the Tour de Wallonie had been kind of the final step of where we were at, and that was what I was preparing to do for the last episode, but I had to move forward a bit. So on this one, I ended up with 11th overall. A teammate actually ended up winning that race after winning a breakaway on stage number 2. The whole breakaway stayed away by less than a minute, but all the riders except for my teammate had been dropped on the first stage, and as a result, just my teammate ended up ahead, but I finished 11th overall. The Tour de l'Ain, I did pretty well there, and also finished in the top 15 overall on that one. So I picked up a little bit of points for each of those. And where we're at now is the Tour de Limousin, French Tour. And it's a 4-stager. And we're going to see if we can't get through the whole thing this episode. I have leveled up to 15 now. I am a 74 overall. We'll take a look at that as we get into the race. But then there's only going to be one more episode. So we have a classic. The Tour of Alberta is going to have to be done off camera. That would have been an episode. And then we have a number of classics to finish out the season. So that's our last stage race. And we'll be picking up right here for the last few races of the season as we wrap up season number 2 and the 2017 edition. All right, let's go ahead and get into the race. And you can see here we are at a 74 now. We are also fatigued now, so I'm ending up with some big penalties here on these last couple of races. So both of those past 2 races, I managed to get a strong finish despite race day condition penalties for my rider. They call this a hill stage, but besides one little climb at the end, this is pretty flat. There's no reason that all or most of the sprinters shouldn't still be with the group at the end of this stage.
Hello to one and all. The route is fairly hilly, so there should be plenty of action. It is under a bright sun that today's race will be run.
And I get the role of teammate. And a -2 on that race day condition today. Trying to work our way to the front. I'd like to get the kilometers in early. 6 riders away. A minute and a half. And there we go. I go to the front. We're going to work pretty quickly through this. That's already 50% of my objective. I've been on the front this whole time, but as soon as I've done what I need to do as a leader, or work objective, I'll drop off. And there it is. Did my job. We're going to work pretty quickly through the stage. Like I said, I don't think this one is going to have any surprises. I don't think hill climbers are going to be coming out with this one. There might be 30 or 40 riders dropped, but for the most part, I think the huge majority of the peloton will be together at the end. That is, if we catch these 6 riders who have been allowed to get out over 4 minutes ahead on this one. They're already starting to be brought back in. You want me to turn the screw? Okay, I'll lead for a little bit. You've been whining for quite a while. Gap is down to 2 minutes. There you go. I went and led again for a while. You just keep wanting me to go. We'll go again for a few minutes. There you go. We're on top. I'm already on top and you're telling me to turn the screw. Jeez. They're getting annoying. Okay, group is getting split now. And we've nearly caught the breakaway. And I'm taking them up on catching them right now.
The pack is back on level terms with the breakaway group.
There we go.
The peloton has slowed down a bit.
So demanding today. Done a lot more than my job already, but they keep telling me, go to the front, go to the front. You want me to spend all 200K on the front of this stage? I mean, geez. Get a grip there. Especially when I'm the highest rated one here today.
Down. Something might be cooking. Uh-oh, the pack is quick in the pace.
Okay, Movie Star also taking the helm on this one, pushing off the front.
And evolution doesn't seem to
And
favor those
now
in the
I'm
rear.
getting
There's
pretty
a growing
fatigued
list of
with just
riders
one
left
climb to
behind.
go. Slowed downhill for a while though. Hopefully that'll be enough for me to recover. Maybe I attack on that last climb.
Well, we can see that the pack is increasing the pace. It's going to be difficult to break away now.
No, not recovering.
The riders are entering the last 15 kilometers of the stage.
Okay, here we go, that last little punchy climb. The 1K banner is already right there, so this is only a couple kilometer climb, if that. Yeah, now save my strength. The moment I'm gone, that I'm toast. Nearly to the top, but I might not be in the peloton.
The riders have upped the pace.
It has dropped in half. There's the top of the climb, but I'm right on the edge and gone.
Road sign.
Recovery is going to come too late. I've missed the group. I worked at the front too much. There they are.
Only 5 kilometers left.
That close. See if I can't catch them here towards the end. Oh, there's a group of 10 now. $3K, we're right on the back of the group.
And they're off.
I've seen them again and again leave splits untouched and give them the same time.
For Pim Lichtard.
We're waiting for the tail
Not
enders
gonna
who
happen.
continue to
That's
arrive.
way too big of a gap. So I won't be on the same time as everyone else. So I really, truly will be playing the role of teammate here the rest of the way on this one, it looks like. Not a good way to go down after a couple straight top 15 finishes.
And here are the race highlights that we've selected for you.
And yeah, we lost a minute 20. That's sad. But I got an exceptional rating as a teammate on the day. This might give me the chance to go out on my own here. Okay, we do have a punchy finish on this one, and definitely more climbing involved. But again, with that fatigue, that -3, you could see just from that race that I'm definitely not at my best.
Hello and welcome. The route is fairly hilly, so there should be plenty of action.
Teammate. Yet again. I'm going right to the front. They want me to lead for 25K. I'm going to do it right from the start. I'm keeping a pace that's not allowing a breakaway.
Uh-oh, the pack is quick in the pace. He's trying to break away. It's probably a bit too early for that.
Oh, that's only 25%. $50, $75. There you go, 100.
A fall has just happened in the peloton. Several
Really,
riders
you
are
want
on
me
the
to
ground.
attack now? There's only 33 of us left here. Where did I go?
A rider just withdrew.
We're not going to keep them back. Gap's too small. Apparently we're trying. Oh, I have a puncture. That's the first time in this edition that I've had a puncture. Group's all back together. And I got it repaired before I even left the group, so. Okay, I work my way back to the front peloton here. And Maurice is being very annoying here. You got somebody else already protecting you, so what do you need me for? Four and a half minutes to 7 rider breakaway. Trying to go fast and follow orders at the same time. The role of teammate is definitely not the most exciting of roles. Of course, that's the majority of those in the field. Okay, another climb, even though this one's not categorized. One more categorized climb to go, and then 2 punchy, steep climbs at the end. And one of them is at the top for the finish. We have lost a few riders, and are losing a few more on this climb. But even at just 80 effort, I had no problem staying in place, so nobody's setting too crazy of a pace.
Some team managers mustn't
Only a
appreciate
handful
the
of
fact that
riders
there is a
have been
breakaway,
lost.
given that the pack has increased its speed.
Alright, 5 riders away, and they are less than a minute ahead. There they are. We've just about caught them. Here we go. 2 climbs to go. Now the pace is picked up.
The pack has just reeled in the escape group. Only 15 kilometers left.
Alright, control at the front of the group. How about just
The
for
riders
the
have upped the
heck of
pace.
it, let's. I got nothing to lose. I'm gonna attack.
Attack
the
from
top.
a rider. Oh my, the guys up front aren't going to be making too many friends today.
Alright, I've gotten away just by about 15, 17 seconds there. I'm trying to
There are just
recover
10
here
kilometers
while I
left.
still have a little downhill. 19 seconds away. It's probably not enough, 20 seconds away. But I did split the field up a bit in that attack. See if I can hold the pace. No, I cannot. They're gonna catch me here. Nothing really to lose. Figured I might as well, and I might as well also push. Oh, I've already been caught.
Only 5 kilometers left.
Got caught before just before the base of the climb. Alright, well, Obviously, I'm just going to fall back here, so off they go. Big group of riders that could not go with the attack.
Great stuff!
Omar
Teamwork
Freya.
really paid off, and their sprinter brings home the bacon. The race is run, but the
Betancourt
poor
second,
souls bringing up the rear continue to
Colmagene
cross the line. It's a bit of a knock for
fourth,
the morale.
Van Rensburg 5th. My teammate is 10th and 12th. There's Jan Bakelans in 14th. And I came across 33rd. Tried to attack on the penultimate climb. Couldn't get far enough away as they seemed to try to hold my pace, so I only got about 20 seconds, and then on the downhill, instead of being able to relax, I had to try to keep pushing it until just before the bottom, so I didn't recover enough, which meant that I burned out my energy on the flat trying to get to the final climb. Movie star 1-2 on that, and 11 seconds ahead. Omar Freya still is first, Betancourt second. My teammates are at least in the top 10. Two stages to go in the race. It's late August. Season goes through October, so we are getting really close to the end of the season. Of course, I did show the schedule. There's another one with a punchy climb at the finish. And of course, I'm carrying that -3 race day condition yet again, and likely will throughout the rest of the year. That fatigue's not going to go away. Not until the off season. I'm a mountain climber. Bugnies is a hill climber, and these aren't mountain stages, they're hill stages, so that's that and my fatigue are every reason why I'm not team leader on this one.
Hello to one and all. It's an undulating route, so it will be a tactical race.
Teammate 30k and a -4 on the race day condition. I'm gonna have myself a bad day, so I do need to get to the front, lead my kilometers so I can at least get some points out of the day. Only one rider's been able to get away so far. Right now, others are trying and failing to join them. Okay, 25% of my objective met. %. So a quick fun fact here on Limousin. Limousin is a region in France, for those of you who don't know, especially the American viewers. So it's the equivalent of a state. And it is where we get the word limousine from. Quick history lesson on that. So the earliest cars didn't have windshields. The earliest cars had a crank on the engine that you had to get out and crank. Well, in Limousin, in that region, a trend started where there was this big, heavy coat, essentially a trench coat, that drivers would wear. Because of the lack of the windshield, you had kind of a back compartment for the passengers. That big trench coat worn by the driver in Limousin. Later on, when you have the actual invention of the vehicle limousine in English, it was the same idea. Similar coat, similar style, similar back compartment, and there you have it. There's our word for limousine in English. Alright, so my 70 is not enough to actually be doing any leading, and I don't know if I ever hit 100%. Even though my order is to go protect the leader, I suppose I better go follow orders. So I'm going to drop back and protect. What the heck is he doing way back? He's
in the
fallen.
pack. Apparently, the leader
Help
is on the
me!
ground.
Help me! Where are you?
A rider has fallen, and he's not getting back up. It looks like he'll have to abandon the race. A group of riders has come a cropper, but they all look ready to set off again. Somebody says that a rider is down.
Okay, I guess I'm working for Smith now. 15 riders are away, wow. Alright, and just like that, it's all back together. And now it's not.
A rider has just thrown in the towel.
And my
15
leader's
kilometers to the finish line.
in this group, really? You're supposed to be the favorite. I dropped back because of you, and now we're all split. We'll just have to see if we actually catch them. They're right there. And it's only 22 riders, and we have caught them. I'm going to work to the front. I don't want to stay tucked in. I'm definitely not going to finish anywhere near the top on this stage if I'm back here.
Only 10 kilometers left.
Alright, things slowed down a little bit, giving me a quick opportunity to get to the front. However, now that I'm up here, just 7k to go, and I am very low on stamina. That -4 race day condition really is having a strong effect. My stamina is -8, resistance is -9. Yeah.
Only 5 kilometers left.
Harsh. Haven't seen these kind of ratings in a long time. Okay, just 3k to go, and here is the final climb. And lots of riders going on the attack here. 2K to go, and there goes the last of that stamina, so I'm going to be dropped here fast. Whoa, hey, stay with me. And that's it. Dropped from the group.
The pace seems much too high for many riders.
16 riders seem to be getting away for it. Omar Freire and Betancourt, 1 and 2 again. Kalmajan is 3rd instead of 4th this time. Bognis did manage at least to get 4th, while Maurice got 7th. So not a terrible day for the team, but a terrible day for me. With that condition the way it is, I'm nothing better than a glorified teammate for sure at this point, even though I do have the highest overall rating on my team.
And here are a few of the key moments.
With race day condition stats like that, I'm just throwing up one big stinker after another. See, I never even did get to 30K at the front of the group, but at least it was good and very good, so I pick up 12 points. I'm not sure I'm going to get another chance to level up, though, on the remainder of the season, as it's just about done. They're calling today a sprint stage, but this is more punchy than a couple of the other stages have been. And again, I'm carrying that -3 again. So we'll see how bad it looks this time. That -4 overall yesterday was truly harsh. That was major hits. It wasn't just a little bit lower on my stats. It was a lot lower. Final stage, of course, I'm all the way down in 40th overall, but I do have 2 teammates in the top 10 at least.
Hello to one and all.
No doubt be
the profile
teammate
of
yet
this
again.
race is quite flat. Expect a fast pace from the peloton.
It'd be nice if they give me a chance to go in the break, though, as a free element. Nope, teammate it is. 25K. Why Van Leberg? Van Leberg's not even anywhere near the standings.
He's trying to break away. It's probably a bit too early for that.
Alright, one rider is away. And I'm heading to the front. One more rider trying to join him.
Breakaway!
Looks like from Cofidis. I didn't remember seeing Cofidis in the on the team's list. Might be somebody else in red and white.
Is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed.
Okay, Movistar with the leaders. They're trying to go off the front, so it's hard to stay in front of them when they're trying to control the race. Dimension Data and Astana also joining. Again, it's going to make it a little bit difficult for me to get all those Ks at the front. I hit 25% already at least. I know my role is to protect the leader right now, but boss gives me one job and team gives me another. There's 50% at least. I won't have a bad report on the day. $75. And 80. Alright, we'll drop back and protect the leader, who's a -5 on the day. Good luck to you there, Van Leberg, which I have no idea why you're being considered the leader at all. You're worse than I am in the standings, I think. Yeah, you're 34 minutes down. Really? I'm only 7 minutes down, and I gotta protect him. Alright, that was the last categorized climb, and we just hit the highest elevation on the day. This undulates a lot considering that it's supposed to be a sprint stage. Ellenberg hanging out way in the back. Not a fan of that. I need to get myself towards the front. Never mind
With
this.
less than 20 kilometers to the line, the breakaway still
did my
holds
job
more than
today.
a minute's lead. Things are far from over. Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed.
Okay, slowly working his way towards the front. 3 riders still away. Let's go over the top here. I'm going to see if I can't move up the field a bit. Just one more climb, and then a very short, punchy one at the end.
Really hot, so for the moment, we shouldn't see too many attacks. Only 15 kilometers
There
left.
we go. Okay, now I'm to the front. And didn't use much energy getting there. FDJ and AG2R
There are
feeling
just 10
confident
kilometers
of their
left.
chances today as they're both pushing towards the front.
The pack has just reeled in the escape group.
Group caught.
The
Bogny's
teammates
trying
of
to
the main
take off.
sprinters are
What the
not
heck?
handing out
Why are you
tickets for a
doing that?
breakaway, so the stage will end up in a
You're
mass
in the
sprint.
top 10 in the race overall. It's not like they're going to let you get away. Alright. Last big climb. I'm actually looking a little
Only
bit
5
stronger
kilometers
today.
left.
Of course, I
A
don't have
rider
sprints or
is
anything
down,
like that.
and he's not going to be able to carry on.
All right, here
Let's
we
hope
go.
it doesn't jeopardize the rest of his season. Riders are
3K.
falling off the back. It's not a good moment to be going through a bad patch. Fall in the pack. Apparently, the leader is on the ground.
Alright, I'm at the front pushing the pace here. 1K to go. I'm waiting, and attack.
They're off. It's going to be very fast. It's been announced
I'm not a
that
sprinter,
rider is withdrawn.
but I'd like to
The
get a
pace
top
was
10 here, and it
certainly
looks
too
like I
hot for
will
him.
manage top
A
10 on the
really
stage at
powerful
least.
sprint finish to claim a great victory.
Betancourt takes second yet again. I got 6th today. My best finish of the race. Well, at least I got that.
The riders bringing up the rear have made
I'm
it
definitely
through
not going to
sheer
pick up any
willpower.
points on this one,
This
as I was
stage
only
a
40th
real
overall.
strength zapper.
At least one decent finish. So I only have one stage race left, the
Now
Tour of
for the
Alberta.
best moments of the day.
On the season. The rest are all just a handful of classics, about 5 or 6 overall, to wrap up the season. The final 3 of which will be the next episode, and we'll wrap up the 2017 edition as well as the second season. And as I've said, I'm going to do a launch day special, so there will be a couple of episodes coming out on next week's launch day. I believe it's Thursday. From that, I will try to quickly push through to at least about the maybe midpoint of season 1. So I'll try to do season 1 in maybe 3 to 4 episodes. And then season 2 similarly in 4 or 5 episodes. And that'll take me through about 7 weeks with the bonus, 7 or 8 weeks with the bonus, to try to get back to about the point that we're at here. So 6th on the stage. Bogny's holds on for 7. Maurice for 11th. And I moved up to 35th there. Eighth in the under 25s, but definitely not a strong performance. Team at least was second behind Movistar with their really strong performance. So I got my 25K, so excellent there. 7th overall was good, so I got 18 points. Not bad, but again, I'm 400 away from level 16. And that's about it. We'll check in where we're at on the points for those who track the Gaming Decathlon, where I'm trying to master not 1 but 10 games, which is a lot more challenging than what you have there. So my scoring for Pro Cycling Manager is season by season, and it's super prestige because the World Tour points are only for the World Tour. I have not even participated in a World Tour event, so of course I can't score any points there. And Continental, of course, it's a different level. It's below, so even though I'm competing here and doing not so well. Oh, of course I'm not on there. I'm on a World Tour team. Super Prestige is the only place that scores everything. And the Super Prestige is ranked definitely by the quality of the competition level. So race by race. So if you're racing in a Continental, you're not going to earn a lot of Super Prestige points. So this one combines everything and puts all the world riders head to head. So I am ranked 118th with 363 points. I did not gain any points in that race. I divide my score by 5. So I have 72 points right now. 72 points for the Gaming Decathlon. And that's out of 1,000. So you can see season's not over. But there's a huge gap from myself to Chris Froome, who has roughly 10 times the amount of points that I have. You multiply my score of 72 by 10, and hey, we're looking at a 720. That's still not 1,000. So not only do you have to really be the best rider in the world, but you have to truly dominate. The scores were a bit higher last year. I think the top couple riders were above 5,000. No, I think they had about 4,400, I believe, was whoever had the highest score at the end of the season. That's still only about 880. So that's what I need to try to get to that 1,000-point mark, and it's definitely not going to happen racing pro Continental races, and not terribly well. Last year I had 5 wins down in Continental. I've had 2 this year in the and in the same race, actually. I won a stage and won the overall in a pro Continental race. So that's where I'm at. And my team, our highest guy, I believe, is Alfredo, and I've got our top 4 guys are all right here amongst each other with similar points. All right, well, that does it for this episode, the penultimate episode of the series. And we will have a double episode today as I wrap up the series. So tune in as I jump to the final 3 races of the year and finish off Season 2 and finish off the 2017 edition. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Bye for now.